Are we live? It looks like we are. Hello, hello, welcome. Okay, first person here is Lucinda for general. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Life is moving forward and you're ready for it. Money comes in, finances improve. You have choices and options coming in around social activity, maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Feeling undecided about something or someone, don't make any decisions until you're ready. Hi, Adonis. Cosmic, love, general. Exploring your options when it comes to love and leaving people, places, and things in the past that have been disappointing will help life move forward. You got a couple of people here. You could have a Sagittarius coming in or a Capricorn. New beginnings on the horizon, possibly with a Virgo as well. Exploring your options leads to success. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. When it comes to love, life is moving forward. Hi, Mel. TVET for the weekend. TVET for the weekend. Negativity moves into the past and the weight of the world slips off your shoulders. You may run into someone or reconnect with an old friend that you haven't seen in a while. Lay down the laws, set boundaries, and don't be afraid to take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. It's going to help to ease anxiety. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. A new beginning is on the horizon. Earth Girl, love. When it comes to love, you could have choices and options. You have Earth here, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. You have life coming into balance, a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship. Negativity is moving into the past. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Listen to your intuition. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Not bad. If you're not with anyone right now, it's probably going to be new energy that comes in, and it could be bringing in a stable relationship. Aries Sun, next 24 hours. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you may be spending time with a Libra. Life could change for you for the better quickly. You may be doing something fun and exciting on a whim. Listen to your intuition. You have the world at your feet. Jamila, me and Jaro. Okay, I don't see all that much changing here, so I don't know what your relationship is with this person, but it's going to probably continue the way it is. Things look a little out of balance or like two people that may not be on the same page. Expressing your wants and needs around the situation could be helpful at this time. Beautiful one, finances. Beautiful one, finances. Finances should be improving as we move from now to the end of the year. You might be paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Things may be strengthening financially. Life could be changing for the better quickly, and you may feel relief around finances improving. Nat, love. When it comes to love, disconnecting from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Anything that's been like disastrous or stagnant or argumentative needs to move into the past. And even if you're not ready yet or you're undecided, don't make any decisions until you're ready. But leaving the past in the past will help your life move forward. And then you have Earth coming in, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, that could change your life for the better quickly. And you may have a wish come true around love. Mary, anything good coming my way? Yeah, you may be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. You may be thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study, feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Money comes in, finances improve. Perseverance pays off around career. Really, current energies around love. Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Out of the clear blue sky, all of a sudden things could move forward, possibly with a Leo, maybe a Sagittarius. Exploring your options around love could lead you to a wish coming true. Not bad, not bad. Summer, love. Summer, love. When it comes to love, perseverance pays off and life moves forward. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve, and exploring your options could lead you to success. You might have a Capricorn coming in. You may have an Aquarius around. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Exploring your options leads to success, but slow and steady wins the race. I wouldn't rush it. I wouldn't rush into anything right now. Tanya, love coming in. Slow and steady wins the race, but you'll have choices and options. Negativity is moving into the past. Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. And then what about that Capricorn? Capricorn is still here. What a crazy thing. Capricorn is here, and then it's like new beginnings could be on the horizon for a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship with long-term potential. You may have another fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and with the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. It's going to be a predicament. Let's see what happens. Hi, Zara. Hannah, it's been 6 years. Still can't get over my high school ex situationship. Is he manifesting me, or it's limerence? That's limerence. Let's see what the cards say. Yeah, it's limerence. So your life maybe hasn't moved forward, and that's why you're stuck on the past. And unfortunately, sometimes being stuck in the past prevents your life from moving forward. But this idea of manifesting someone, it's just, it doesn't work like that. I know that people think it does, but it doesn't. If he wanted to get in contact with you, he would just pick up the phone and call you. You don't have to manifest. Like, it's just like, if I want to talk to my father, I don't have to manifest him. You're not getting over it is because you're not letting go of whatever it was that happened, and life hasn't moved forward. Some people, their lives move forward very quickly. I have a friend of mine, this girl, I mean, her life just moves forward quickly. I'm not saying it's better, and I'm not saying it's right or wrong or anything. It just, her life moves forward fast. Me, somebody like me, and some of my other friends, things never moved forward fast for us, and we would get caught in these like limerence situations. But the idea that somebody is sitting around for 6 years manifesting, like I start to hate that word because it just puts people in a bad, it keeps people like focused on something that just is, it's just not healthy. But anyway, the point is that if you're stuck on something, whatever it is, it's not about the other person, it's about you and your attachment to it, what it represents to you. For example, years and years and years ago, I had a friend who broke up with her boyfriend, and she said to me, when I broke up with him, I knew I would never be with anyone else. And she wasn't with anybody for like years. Eventually she met somebody, she got married, life moved forward. But in that time that she was feeling like, well, now that I don't have him, I'm going to have no one, those feelings are very real and they're very valid. And she really thought that without him, she would have nobody. She believed that. She was stuck on it. She didn't want to be with him. She knew she didn't want to be with him. But the idea of her not having him was like devastating to her at the time. And at that time, she was seeing a psychiatrist who used to tell her, it's not about him, it's about you. And she used to tell it to me all the time. She's like, it's not about him, it's about me. And I couldn't grasp the concept. And I was, me, because at that time, especially, I was like, well, maybe it's something that's meant to be, maybe you feel this way for a reason. Because I was just as much of an idiot as she was. because this is what we're taught to believe, right? Everybody watches these romantic comedies and thinks that, something magic is going to happen and we're going to get the happy ending, and it doesn't work. Leaves us feeling disappointed or heartbroken, whatever. So really you can get past it if you just like sit with yourself and try to figure out what it is that person, that situation, the circumstance is bringing up inside you. When you heal that wound, you won't be attracted to that situation anymore. It'll move into the past. Anyway, sorry about that long windbag thing. But I know what it's like to get stuck in that situation because it's happened to me before. I talk about my friend, but it's happened to me too. Alpha, general for the weekend. May reconnect with an old friend or someone you haven't seen in a while. Money comes in, finances could be improving. If not this weekend, maybe like next week. Solution to a problem is in front of you. You'll figure it out before the end of the weekend. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And you may be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Tanya, Edward left the religion group he was into. What was his turning point? I think he was just getting, I think there was a couple of things here. I think he was feeling like he was being manipulated by somebody. So I don't know if there was like a person that was above him, or, a priest or whoever, whatever they have, that was above him, that was making him feel like either guilty or he didn't do enough or whatever. And then I think that, there were a lot of rules I don't think he wanted to abide by. And I think that he kind of felt like this is just too much. I also am wondering if that, I always said it too, that I felt like this preaching to people was part of it. I think he may have been getting tired of that as well. It reminds me a little bit of my brother. He never got caught up in a religion like that, but what happened to them? I see this is why I'm not religious. My sister-in-law didn't want to get married in a Catholic church because she did the, Sunday school CCD thing or whatever they call it. And it was a bad experience for her, so she didn't want to get married in the Catholic church. They decided to get married in an Episcopalian church, which is like very similar to Catholic. So it doesn't have some of the crazy rules. So anyhow, so they decided to get married Episcopalian, and they become like, it was a woman priest, and she was a lesbian. And this was like, like that's the difference in the Catholic Church, right? The religion is very similar, but that could happen where you wouldn't see that in Catholic. So anyhow, so the woman, I forgot what her name was, but you have to do certain things when you're going to get married. I think they had to I don't know if they had to clean the plates for Sunday Mass or whatever they had to do. And they were doing it, and they were involved with the church. But then, it comes to a point where they didn't want to do it anymore. And the woman kept calling, and then they weren't answering the phone. And then it was you ran into her at this grocery store, and you just didn't want to bump into her because you didn't answer the phone. And she wants you to come and clean the chalice. So they wound up not going back to that church. But now they weren't married in the Catholic Church. So now, years later, they have my nephew, and all of a sudden, my sister-in-law wants him Catholic. Well, you haven't been married in the Catholic Church. You're not recognized in the eyes of the Catholic Church. How are we baptizing this guy? Anyhow, that's another story. Anyway, we get around that another way. This is why I don't like religion. Because if you got a loophole that you can go through to make it happen, then what the hell are the rules for? Forget it. Anyway. I'm shocked that he left the religious group this quickly. I hate the word limerence too, but what I hate more about it is that nobody ever taught it to us. That's what I hate. If somebody had taught it to us when we were in junior high, none of us would have gone through this because we would have understood it. That's what I hate the most about it. Lucinda, love reading. Love reading. If you've recently had an argument or a disagreement with a love situation, it's going to heal itself and move into the past. You do have a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship here with long-term potential. If you're with this person, great. Not with anyone, you've got a couple of options coming in. Air, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, maybe Fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Listen to your intuition and life begins to move forward. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Your love life may be changing for the better, like out of the clear blue sky. Red, outcome for me of the work I released. Whatever you released should be successful. Six of Pentacles. Money's coming in. Areas of your life that have been stagnant are no longer stagnant. You may have a new job opportunity coming in. So it should be positive. Charlie, what's coming up for September? The finances and career. You got success coming in around career. You've got life moving forward. You have money coming in, a new job or business opportunity, possibly going back to school, learning a new area of study, and success coming in. So you should do well in September. This may run from September right through the end of the year. Maybe going back to school, new opportunities, money coming in, paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Not bad. Not a bad thing. All about me and love for the weekend. You could have choices and options coming in. So you may have a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship. Possibly an earth sign is around Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. May do something fun and exciting on a whim. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. You also may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders. Be clear about your wants and needs this weekend, but also right through the end of September. Be clear about what you want. You may be able to get what you want, and your love life could change for you for the better quickly with the Eight of Wands. Not bad. All about me and finances. Perseverance pays off around finances. Paying off a bill of debt or a loan can make you feel relief. You have Nine of Pentacles money coming in and paying off a bill of debt or a loan, a new job or business opportunity that could be paying more. But then you also may have somebody giving you money or helping you out with something which may be helpful. Negativity moves into the past. Pretty good. Pretty good. Tanya Mine, the Aries. Side note, funny, Edward left the religious group, which was the cause of our disagreement, and now I feel like, damn. I know, that's what I'm saying. So now let's see what happens. Now you may find that he's a little bit different of a person. With Aries, I mean, communication's coming in. Communication could be picking up. Things could be functioning well. You may be spending time together. Listen to your intuition. Expressing your wants and needs could be helpful. I mean, things look positive around Aries. I would say don't make any decisions until you're ready, and let's just see what happens. Leo for this weekend. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. The world is at your feet. You're no longer holding yourself back. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Perseverance pays off, and something could happen that makes you happy with the sun. Didi for the rest of the day. Maybe feeling like life has come into balance. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Money may be coming in. Maybe planning travel, and you also could be working on a new creative project or creative hobby. Listen to your intuition. depression, what type of thing do you see happening with the people downstairs? You saw something would happen that would cause them to leave. What I think is going to happen is there's going to be constant complaints about these people for one reason or another. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fight or a disagreement that gets loud. That may be like the icing on the cake that gets them out of there. Have you ever heard fighting? Or disturbances like fighting? Pull out you love. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Maybe spending time with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Romance could be heating up with a Sagittarius. Exploring your options leads to success. Old wounds are healing and moving into the past. Not bad. Lioness, General. With the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Anxiety eases and moves into the past, and life may change for you for the better quickly. You've got your luck here is changing for the better. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Could be planning travel. Listen to your intuition. P1, love. Perseverance leads you to success around love. If you're already with someone, current relationship should be functioning well. If you're not with anyone, new energy comes in. You got a Virgo coming in and water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Exploring your options could lead to success and a well-balanced, well-functioning relationship that moves forward. Not bad. Can't believe he left that religious group, but good, good. Rimmel, what's coming towards me? Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. New beginnings are on the horizon that could lead you to success. You may have money coming in, finances, improving success around work, school, or business. Maybe spending time with a Gemini or a Sagittarius. And you may be feeling ambitious to be able to accomplish whatever you set your mind to. And the crazy thing, too, about limerances is that the person that you think that they are, or the idealization of that person, is not what the reality of the relationship would have been. And that's what's even crazier. It's like you have a whole fantasy in your head about what's going to happen with this person, but that person would never be the same person in the relationship. Like, make a long story short, when I had this wicked crush on this guy I knew from the bar, I was in my early 20s, and I was like hell-bent that this was, he was the twin flame. I had the feeling this was something that was meant to be. We were brought here through divine guidance, and nothing could have been further from the truth, but I would have put money down on it. And in my head, I had this idea of what our relationship looked like. But in reality, our relationship would not have been like that. Even if he had fallen madly in love with me and wanted to be with me every second of the day, our relationship would not have been what I wanted it to be, because I don't know if he still is, but at that time, he was a very heavy drinker, a very heavy partier, and I would have expected that he wasn't going to live that life anymore. That's what I would have thought. And people, why, Danny? Why would you have thought that? Because it was in my head. It was my fantasy. It was what I wanted. No, there was no signs. Like, he never said to me, once I settle down, I'm not going to party anymore. Like, there was no signs that this guy was going to stop his behavior. I mean, drunk behavior, going out on a bender. I mean, maybe he stopped. Maybe, I don't go out and drink anymore, and I'm not throwing stones at him. It could have been like the ages and stages that we were at. My point is, there was nothing that was saying to me, he doesn't drink anymore. He's working a 9-to-5 job and he's home at night. Like, no, he was working in a bar. He was going out drinking. But in my head, I had this crazy story, and this is how I thought it was going to play out. And nothing could have been further from the truth. And then when you wake up from that, it's very painful. Like it's kind of like that somebody pops the balloon and you're like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's a wild, wild thing. Anyhow, Ruchi, what's next in love? Perseverance pays off around love, and exploring your options could lead you to success. You may have a Sagittarius coming in. You have romance heating up. Could also be with water, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Perseverance pays off around love, but you'll have choices and options. Don't settle for less than you want or deserve. Explore your options. The Oven Suites. When will I be moving into my townhouse? Okay, it depends where you are in this journey. If you already bought it, you're already ready, like you're ready to, you closed and everything, you have a 10 here. It could be within the next 10 days. If this is something that you haven't, you got to wait for somebody to move out, or you haven't closed yet, it may be in the month of October. I'm going to say within the next 6 weeks, or sometime between now and the end of October, depending on where you are in the process. I know nobody ever told us about limerence. I know. It's crazy. I can tell you another story, too, that's pretty wild. Lily, when you say I've come to work, I've been extended until November 30th, and then I'm guessing I reapply. I'm on the fence around it all. Well, I mean, you could continue to look for other options, but I think this place is going to end up hiring you probably around the end of the year, beginning of next. You know, like maybe the last week of December, early January kind of a thing. Tanya, romance. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Romance heats up. Could be with an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Life moves forward towards greener pastures. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. You also could have fire here, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Explore your options. Oh, Lioness, I did see did you send the question to PayPal? I saw the PayPal come through. Let me see if the question's there. Yeah. Oh, I see it. Hold on a second. Let me just read it. I think you're going to be able to get the money from the pension. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yep. Tanya, the moment for me with Edward is he showed remorse. You were right. You can see the fork in the road from the, yeah. Damn. Lucinda, I wish they would have taught us the limerence in junior high. I know. And you know what else too? Maladaptive daydreaming. I didn't know that that was bad either. So what I was going to say before, I said I had a crazy story. We were really young, must have been junior high. I had two friends, like it was the three of us were good friends, and whoever we had crushes on at the time, my one friend, we would like, I remember being in her basement. We would be in the basement and maybe having sleepovers or whatever. And the other friend, the third friend, would tell us stories, like would just like make up stories about what was going to happen with the guys that we had crushes on when we were in junior high. oh, this was gonna happen with me and Adam, and then we were gonna move here, and we were gonna live in this neighborhood, and and we used to be like, oh, what else is gonna happen? That is, we didn't think anything of it at the time, and then in recent, a few months ago, I came across a video on YouTube about maladaptive daydreaming, about people that kind of get lost in these daydreams in real life. And it's like when you want to escape, like it's not even something, I don't even know that we can control it, but it's like a coping mechanism to escape life when it's become very painful, which is what makes me a little bit nervous when people are like, with this, manifesting. Well, I'm manifesting. Like, what are you doing? Sitting around in maladaptive daydreaming and a negative, like fantasizing about falling in love with this person that's like not with you. Like, that's not healthy stuff. How would you differentiate it? It's not like setting a goal and going for the goal. Like I want to set a goal of running a marathon, so I'm going to train for a marathon. That's healthy. But sitting around and like thinking about like somebody who clearly has no interest in you is now all of a sudden going to wake up and like show up at the front door with flowers, and then like you're thinking about this constantly. I can't encourage that because I don't think it's healthy. But anyway, but that's what we did when we were in junior high. Yeah, I guess we just didn't know any better. Tanya, the damn moment for me with Edward was when he showed remorse. Good, I'm glad that he did though. Pallavi, who would you choose? The one who's very consistent and prioritizes you, or the one who shows up once in a while? The one that's consistent with you. Because somebody who's half in and half out, and if you're more attracted to the one that's half in, half out, that's just showing you where you are in your healing journey. You're still attracted to the bad boy. The one that prioritizes you, that person wants to move forward. And if you're like, ugh, he's kind of boring, it shows you that you just haven't healed those wounds yet. That's why you're still attracted to the one that's half in, half out. We got to get rid of the excuses. You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, he's got a lot to do with his family, and he's got work, and he's more this, that, and the next thing. Bottom line is, if you were married to somebody, they would still have work, they would still have family, they would still have obligations. You still should be their priority. So if you're feeling like you're coming in second with everything, then that's just telling you. And if you're more attracted to that, that's the issue. The issue, where your issue is. It's like, oh shit, I'm still attracted to this type. And once you heal that, you're like, you know what? I don't want to stand behind your career. I just don't want to do it. Anyways, Martisha, I told the Cancer team my feelings for him. I had to get it out. He seems to know how I feel already. How does he feel? He hasn't answered yet. I don't think he was shocked, because it seems like he doesn't know what to say. The fear here that I have is that he's going to make you promises he's not going to fulfill. So right now he's not saying anything. He doesn't know what to say. And I'm afraid that he's going to tell you that he's going to do X, Y, and Z, and it's the same shit's going to continue. So just see how you feel. See what happens and see how you feel. Because, I mean, he's taking time for himself. This is not a bad thing. Hermit's not a bad thing. But he kind of shows is like his intentions may be good, but he may not follow through. And then we may be back to the same square one again. Macy, general for the weekend. You've got a wish comes true. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Maybe spending time with a Sagittarius. Could be spending time with a Gemini or a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Listen to your intuition, and you may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. All about me, and I'm checking my email now. I think you will get the PTO. Is this company like a chain or a? It's like a chain, right? Like this company should, yeah, like you should automatically get paid that when you wind up leaving. There is, you know what, how the way it reads, like there may be some deceitful shit going on around the situation, or people may be getting moved around, or new beginnings, a little bit of a upheaval. I don't think it's going to affect your job if you decided that you wanted to stay there. But if you do decide to leave, I think you're going to get paid for it, because I think it's a big enough company that they just automatically pay you. Yeah, they may be like moving people around or changing managers or restructuring things in that company or in that store. It might not just be in that store, it may be in other stores too. Devin, I can't answer for the outcome of me and Shay. I don't know what the situation is or what it is you're looking for. Jay, should I move on from Sam? You have to make that decision. The cards can't tell you. Is there someone else? There's always someone else. There's a whole world out there. You don't have to chase around somebody who's not putting any effort into a relationship. But you have to be the one to decide when it's time to move forward. The cards can only tell you that the energy of the situation is that things are stagnant and not much is changing. She may be pulling away, or she may be isolating and not coming forward. But you have to be the one to make the decision when it's time to move forward. Deep Fiery, will my Aries ex be open to talking to me if I contact them? I think they would. Susie, what's coming in between the Capricorn and I for next week? You have communication coming in and you'll probably see one another. Things look a little slow. So I don't know if it's going to be next week or maybe within the next 2 weeks, but there should be communication and you should be seeing one another. Vianney, how did Christopher G see me? May find you to be somebody who is strong, confident, smart, intelligent, down to earth, kind-hearted, caring, sincere. Yeah, somebody who is like hardworking, professional, a loyal friend. Pretty good. Speedway Gas Station. Oh, that's the name of the company? Yeah, you'll probably get paid. No problem. It's like a chain of them, right? Like if there's more than one. I think it's a big enough company. Yelra, T the Scorpio's next actions towards me. Things look a little slow, but there could be communication through text message sometime within the next 9 days. Lita, who and what is coming towards me soon? Negativity moves into the past. You could have money coming in. Finances may be improving. Perseverance pays off around work, school, or business, and a wish comes true around paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan. Maybe spending time with Sagittarius. Lily, general, whatever shows up. I've been in a funk in all areas of life. Weight of the world slips off your shoulders and life begins to move forward. Lay down the law, set boundaries, it'll serve you well. A disappointment heals and moves into the past. Life moves forward towards greener pastures, and you may be spending time with fire, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Should be feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business, and success comes in around work, school, or business. Where the hell am I here? I think I'm up to yellow. What's coming towards me in September regarding love? Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. Any of this nonsense moves into the past, and then you could have new romance come in. Somebody may make you an offer that would be hard to turn down. Could be an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Areas of your life that have been stuck or stagnant should now start to move forward. Disappointment heals and moves into the past. Old wounds heal and move into the past. Listen to your intuition. If you're looking for a committed relationship, you do have a long-term committed relationship on the horizon. If you're not with anyone right now, I can't swear it's happening in September, but it's still happening. Tanya, general for my weekend. Lay down the law, set boundaries. It'll serve you well. Something happens that makes you happy, and something nice may be happening around the home. Moving homes, changing homes, upgrading your home. Old wounds heal and move into the past, and life could change for you for the better quickly. Listen to your intuition. Take time if you can for rest, relaxation, and self-care, and the hard work you put into whatever you're doing this weekend will pay off. You may be spending time with Capricorn. Capricorn may be around. XXX, which do you see working out for tomorrow? Plan A or B? Most likely B is going to work out. Tobias, money. Got money coming in. You also may be thinking about starting a side business, side project, side hustle that could be bringing in extra cash. Paying off a bill, a debt, or a loan may make you feel relief. Life's moving forward towards greener pastures. Lucky, general. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and life comes into balance. You may have, may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from, or get good news that you've been waiting on. Success comes in around work, school, or business. Maybe feeling better compensated, better respected around work, school, or business. Walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you. And you could be spending time working on a creative hobby or creative project. Not bad. Not bad. Devin, Shay's current feelings for me may find you to be somebody who is like strong, confident, hardworking, successful, creative, unique, down to earth, smart and intelligent, like grounded and stable, nice, reliable, attractive, pretty good. Leo Moon, love and commitment with me and Sean Leo. Okay, I don't see commitment here. So if you're not already committed, you may have to be the one to bring up the conversation, because it looks as if the two of you might not be on the same page, or things may be a little stagnant. And I don't know if you're starting to feel a little impatient around it. Depends where you guys are in the relationship, but I don't see commitment here. Two of Cups is in reverse, which could be a problem. If you are committed, it could be a potential breakup. If you're not committed, then it may be that there's just not commitment coming in right now. But making a decision to have a conversation about it and let him know exactly how you feel may be helpful. Justice is in reverse, so you could feel like you've been treated unfairly or things are a little bit out of balance between the two of you right now. Oh, you got the refund. Okay, excellent. Excellent. Lily, love for the rest of the year. Do you see commitment? You do have potential. Yeah, there could be a Sagittarius or a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, possibly a Cancer. There is potential for commitment before the end of this year or even sometime between, say, December and February timeframe. DD, I answered for, right? I'm pretty sure I did. Is there anyone here I haven't answered for yet? Oh, you're welcome. Mel, General. Money coming in. 10 of Pentacles. Perseverance pays off. Money comes in. Oh, money comes in. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. A wish comes true. You may hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. You may be planning travel. Tomorrow, what will happen tomorrow? My date with Vigelis, the Libra. How will it go? He texted me tonight, as you said. It should go well. Cause for celebration comes in around life moving forward. Slow and steady wins the race, but pleasant. The world is at your feet. Pretty good. Hi, D. Adonis, how is V feeling about us at the moment? Maybe disappointed in being blocked. Are they still blocked? But may feel like the two of you have a nice connection, that you kind of understand one another. May feel that like you guys click, or that it's, you know, like a unique connection, which I think it is. Maybe hopeful for more. Maybe hopeful that more is going to move forward at some point. D for the weekend. What do you drink, Zara? What kind of drink? D for the weekend. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. A wish comes true. Maybe spending time with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. New beginnings around the horizon that lead to success. And with the Magician, you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Not bad. Pina colada. Oh, I like that. I like that. We had gone to Grand Lux Cafe, which I think is kind of similar to like a cheesecake. And one of my friends ordered, I don't know why she ordered this. Because it was a fruity drink. She hates fruit. So it's like, why would you order that? It was like pomegranate orange with like champagne in it, which I wouldn't order because I don't really like champagne. Like I like pina coladas. I like margaritas. I don't usually drink that stuff though. But anyhow, my friend ordered this and she's like, "Oh, I don't like this." And I'm like, "Well, I'll drink it." And I really liked it. It was really good. But for the most part, I drink like and I don't even drink that often, but like if I go over to my brother's house or something, I'll have like one of those like White Claws or something like that. I don't think I've ever had a mojito. M. Lourdes, general for next week. Take time for rest, relaxation, and self-care. Life comes into balance and life begins to move forward. May hear from somebody you're hoping to hear from or get good news that you've been waiting on. Listen to your intuition. Teamwork is favored around work, school, or business. Not bad. Essence for the next 5 days. Life moves forward towards greener pastures when you listen to your intuition and set boundaries. Money comes in, finances improve. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. You're no longer holding yourself back. You could be planning travel. I'm going to try it. I don't really like wine either. I love beer, but I try not to drink that stuff because it's just got so much, makes me bloated. I do like sangria, though. I don't like wine, but I'll like sangria. On occasion, you know? Anyhow, is there anybody else here I haven't answered for? Oh, you don't? I know a lot of people don't like beer. When I was really young, I didn't like beer, but somewhere I acquired a taste. May have been in Cancun when we were in Cancun in high school. That could have been where it happened. And we really liked Coronas, but we didn't like the other one that they had was Dos Equis. And we didn't like that, but the Coronas we drank. I still love Corona. Oh my God, I'm a wimp too. I can't do tequila. Tequila is heavy. One of my friends, her mom one night, this is so funny. Her mom one night decides to get drunk, and they used to go to this club, her and her husband, and she said that she was sitting at the bar doing shots of tequila, and it was the kind of thing that like it wasn't hitting her, like she was sitting there and she was fine, and then all of a sudden she got up and she was like blasted. And I totally can relate because it happened to me one night. We were at the bar. I mean, we're talking, this is a long time ago. I was like 20, 22 or whatever, and I was drinking because now I went on the kick where I can't keep drinking beer like this because I'm not going to be able to fit in my clothes. So I'm going to have to drink vodka. So I was drinking vodka and cranberry. Oh, God. Well, I was fine. I was sitting there and I was throwing them back. No problem. I got up. I went to the bathroom and I came back out. My friend goes, I don't know what happened in that bathroom, but you went into that bathroom sober and you came out fucking bombed. Yeah, those days are over for me. I can't do that. Tequila Sunrise, yes, on the booze cruise in Cancun. I can't. I always we would say at the bar, if I'm willing to accept a shot from you, I've already had too much because I know better. I know what we used to do back then. Lemon drops with the sugar and the lemon and the vodka. Oh my God. If I'm willing to take the shot from you, I've had enough because otherwise I know better. That since me last night, I tapped out 2 shots, kept buying it for my birthday. But I'm a cocktail girly. I love a good cocktail, but I think my days are over or ending. Vodka with orange juice is good. Screwdriver, yeah. It's so funny. Yeah, vodka and cranberry. Oh boy, that was a rough night. Hawaii next week. A new journey begins. Anxiety eases and moves into the past. Maybe paying off a bill of debt or a loan. Life is moving forward towards greener pastures. Maybe thinking about going back to school, learning a new area of study. Disappointments heal and move into the past, and life moves forward. Lemon drop martini is another good one. Oh, I never had that. Midori sours. We used to drink that, yeah, in college. Long Island iced tea. I don't know if I ever had it. Amaretto sours. We used to drink that. Midori sours, I remember. Oh my God, this is so funny. My friend Amy, her college roommate, they got a shore house. You know how fucking expensive that shit is, but there's so many people that go in on it, and the house is filthy. And we were in college. Amy and I both had, we talk about them to this day, these green sandals. They were kind of like a lime green. And I'm telling you that they were like amputating my pinky toe, both feet. They were so painful. The heel wasn't very high, but it was a little heel. Both of us idiots wearing these damn sandals. I swear to God, I wanted to take them off and throw them in the river. Anyway, so now here it is, Labor Day weekend, and we're at the shore, and I'm not even kidding you. The house was filthy. There was like sand in the bed. It was gross. And all I really remember from that whole weekend was those fucking sandals. Okay, anybody else here I have an answer for? Otherwise, I will wrap it up, and then I probably won't see you guys again until tomorrow night. The sandals. I wonder if I can find a picture of them. No, these were... No, nothing like this. They were about to rip off that pinky toe. I don't know why they were so narrow. And then we buy them. Oh, you too, Zara. Have a good time. LA, do you see Colleen getting my complaint fixed at the disability office? What exactly do you mean by fixed? What are you looking for? Explore. If I apply for an education loan, will I get the loan? I think you will get it, yes. No, I'm not having my pinky toe taken off. The sandals I was wearing was squeezing the pinky. And my friend too. Well, yeah, we had to wear these sandals. Like, why did we buy them? Like today, I as an adult, I wouldn't have bought the sandals. It's like my feet are too wide for them. Why did I wear them? Why did I buy them? And then why did I wear them and walk through Seaside or wherever the hell we were? LA, the advisor kept ignoring me for my accommodations for my lectures, such as note takers. When I can't make it for surgery, I complained because school starts next week and Colleen's the manager. But what are you expecting her to do for you? What do you want her to do for you? To have the advisor switch to someone else who can do the job. Okay, let's see. There may be an obstacle here for some reason. I don't know what that is. Whoever it is you complain to will follow up with it, but there may be a reason why you're not getting what you want, and I'm not sure what that is. Lady A, General. A disappointment heals and moves into the past, and you may be spending time with the fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Disappointments heal and move into the past. Money comes in, finances improve, life changes for you for the better quickly. Not bad, not bad. Alrighty, I'm going to wrap it up. I'll see you guys tomorrow night. Thank you all very much for being here. Have a nice evening. Bye-bye.